Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00106 or 106 hashtag shittycoin. Or I should say it like this hashtag shittycoin. Anyways, all right, excellent. Let me check out the notes section and I'll go over the show real quick. Got a lot to cover today, so I don't know if I have enough time for the mempool and fees and chart analysis. I'll try to do it at the end of the show, but I got a lot to cover, a lot to cover. So if you like a long show, this is going to be one of them. If it's going to be a long one. Anyways, let's go in the notes section here. Can Bitcoin be replaced via multiple hard forks? James Bond interview. That's on CrushTheStreet, published November 9th, interviewed November 7th. Check it out. I say a lot of interesting things. Collecting your free Bitcoin Gold BTG coins with Coinomi. Real easy, really simple. That's the link to the support desk. Tells you how to do it step by step. Very simple. I also made a video on how to do it. How to split Bitcoin Gold BTG 01. Very simple. If you can't read instructions, I made a video so you won't get scammed because people were getting their Bitcoin stolen because they use my Bitcoin Gold wallet, my BTG wallet. So use a trusted source. Use a wallet that you control the private keys. Try to avoid online wallets at all cost. Online wallets are not great. And then I have a link to Bitcoin Gold that actually did fork, that you can actually get coins. Below are a list of coins that either have taken a snapshot or are potential hard forks. Bitcoin Silver being one of them. I also have a "It's time to stop" meme. It's time to really stop these hard forks. Really. Bitcoin Platinum, Bitcoin Uranium, BitcoinCashPlus, BitcoinClashic, which I believe has already forked. I don't know how you're going to get your coins yet. Once I can get my coins, I'll put it in the forked category. Also, there's another potential hard fork coming, which I think has already taken a snapshot. This is Segwit 2x or Bitcoin 2M. Bitcoin 2M plus Segwit 2x. I don't even know what to call this thing. And then I also have a link to list of airdrops if you want more free money coming from the sky. I have a link to that as well. And then also have a link to Segwit charts. I may or may not go over it. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I forget. Coin Codex, that is a listing platform, just like CoinMarketCap.com, but better because they don't list BitConnect because BitConnect is a scam coin. You can look it up and they'll have a warning saying, this. Well, they have a warning about BitConnect, and they don't list BitConnect on their platform, but you can look it up. Another one is Livecoin Watch. That's another listing platform that doesn't list BitConnect. CoinGecko is another listing platform. I like CoinGecko because you can see the index of developer participation as well as community participation. Really good idea if you want to know the value of the coin at a fundamental level. I wouldn't 70% or under. I'd highly avoid any community plus developer plus community involvement that's 70% or under. I would highly avoid that coin. My recommendation anyway. BitInfoCharts.com. That's another listing platform. Not so pretty looking, but very, very user intensive tools. It provides hashing rates, block times. I don't even know if I have enough time to go over that today either. There's a lot going on. And it's the weekend. It's just starting. It's Saturday night here. I can almost say it's Saturday night live almost, because some of the things I'm going to go over, it's comical. Absolutely comical. Joho's mempool statistics. That's another tool you can use for looking at the mempool. I actually did a transaction today, and I looked at the mempool using Joho's mempool statistics. I looked at it, and 20 satoshis per byte. That was what I did. I did 20. Well, yeah, no, I did 20. Okay, I did a transaction for 20 satoshis per byte. Well, what I did was, I'll try to explain it. I did a time-locked address just in case the real Segwit 2x hard fork would have happened, but it didn't. It actually stopped 2 blocks before, or I should say 1 block before the activation. But just in case someone tried to patch that Segwit 2x hard fork, I wanted to make sure I have tainted coins. So this morning I took my time-locked Bitcoins that were available. I think I had it set to 1 day, another 120 blocks after the hard fork was supposed to happen on Segwit 2x. Anyways, I did a 20 Satoshi per byte transfer, 31 cents, I believe. And I got tainted coins. Anyways, just in case that Segwit 2x hard fork gets patched, and then the miners actually tried to also upgrade to a patch to continue that block, because supposedly they're stuck at that block right before Segwit 2x is supposed to activate. So if they ever do go back and try to patch and then continue on, I will have tainted coins. That's why I did that today. Also in that same section is Salumi, Salume, or Saloom.io. I don't know which one it is. It's the first time I've ever seen it. It's another listing platform. The only difference is about this one, it's not really about price or market cap or developer or community. Well, not developer involvement, but it is community involvement. It ranks the coins based on what looks like to me Reddit posts. It looks like mainly Reddit post. And so I'll go over that. That's kind of new. Transaction Accelerator. That's for people who got your transaction stuck, which I don't think is a problem, because I did a transaction, 20 satoshis per byte. That's 4,000 satoshi. It was a 4,000 satoshi transaction for the most part, which came out to 20 satoshis per byte, and that got confirmed literally like 10 minutes, maybe even less, probably 10 minutes. So the mempool is probably very low. Okay, so what's next after that is, okay, so the last one is Bitcoin Cash, hash rate historical 6 months. That's from bitinfocharts.com for a comparison of the hashing rate. I may not even have time to go over that. I got a lot of stuff. So, all right, so now I'm going to get to the meat. I'm going to get to the meat of the show here. A lot is going on here. So let's first start off with alleged BTC admins extradition hearing postponed until December. I'll go over that real quick, and this is CryptoCoins news, but the source came from extradition hearing for Russian cybercrime suspect postponed, and that came from vovanews.com. Go over it real quick. Another one is millions gone. Broker takes fire for Bitcoin Cash trading freeze. This is during the frenzy of Bitcoin Cash when it peaked up to $25,000. Well, this particular exchange wasn't, well, it was an interesting exchange. They didn't even have any tokens. They were just trading based on the price of Bitcoin Cash. And the price moved so much that everyone was trading on margin, and they were all long apparently. And the price moved up so fast that the exchange had to freeze everyone's account because they probably couldn't handle the liquidity, or they would have taken a major loss. And there's some risk in that. I talk about that real quick. And that's from CoinDesk. Another article from CoinDesk, which I'll go over, which I think is really important, good information. First long-term LedgerX Bitcoin option pegs price at $10,000. LedgerX is a regulated commodities exchange, I'm assuming. They're selling futures and stuff like that, which are deliverable. Okay, these are deliverable futures is what they're offering. Basically, they got an order for 10,000 for I think 2000 at the end of December 2018. They have a futures contract, all right, with an option to execute for a price at $10,000. So basically, that means somebody thinks Bitcoin will be worth, and ideally, you want it to be worth 10,000 or more to make that contract. Because if the price of Bitcoin is more than $10,000, they will take that option on delivery to execute that delivery to receive Bitcoin at $10,000. All right. If the price is lower than 10,000, they can still have the option to buy it. They'll be paying a premium, or they could just cancel it and just pay like $2,500. A cancellation fee for the most part to the seller. They actually have a seller waiting at the other end. And so this is interesting because I talk about my target price being $10,000. Now you got someone actually betting on that using the futures market. So very interesting. Underneath that, I have consumer warning about the risk of investing in cryptocurrency CFDs. I forgot what that stands for, but I'll get into I'll get into in the show. And then after that, is China allowing ICOs again? There's a rumor going around about NEO being the chosen ICO platform in China. I'll go over that real quick. Stay tuned for that. This is where the comedy gold starts. Okay. Here's another one. Comedy gold. All right. Everything beyond this point is comedy gold. Pre-mined initial fork offerings, IFOs, IFOs, IFOs. I don't know how you're gonna do this. Wow, comedy gold here. The new and trendy way to fund crypto projects. Apparently, now this is all coming from China, all right? Apparently, there are these forks that are coming out of China, fork of Bitcoins. If you're a Bitcoin holder, you're going to be getting these forked coins. If you can claim them, if there's any exchange that will ever take them, if there are a wallet that's ever going to support it, maybe. But man, comedy gold, I'll go over that, okay? Now, here's another one. This is another hard fork coming from China. It's coming from China, all right? You could tell, all right? Welcome to Bitcoin Segwit 2x. Project name BitcoinX, BTX, or BT. I don't know if this is BT squared or BT to the second. I'm not sure how to say this. Or Bitcoin 2M. Another project, another fork coming out of China, and apparently this fork of Bitcoin a snapshot has already happened. It happened on originally when Segwit 2x was supposed to happen, but it failed. Okay, stopped short of that block. Well, apparently this fork, this Segwit 2x, has basically already taken a snapshot because Bitcoin, right, the legacy chain kept on going, and it's already hit that block number, that block height. And so there's already a snapshot. So you've got already a snapshot taken here. Now I don't know if it's we're going to actually see any coins out of this or not, but I'm going to go over that as well because there's another YouTuber out there who promoted this, the same YouTuber who also promoted Bitcoin Gold, and you see how Bitcoin Gold was run. I think this similar fork of Bitcoin is pretty much no different. It's almost exact, almost the same. And I predict that it's going to probably end up or become the same or even worse because I'll go over that as well. So that's the website to it. It's bitcoin2m.org. They also have a Twitter, and then they also have a GitHub. So I'll be going over that as well. All right, so that's the meat of it. That's the meat of the show. The rest of this is just for, I guess, any viewers who are watching this. If you see a commercial or an ad before this video for BitConnect, you might want to read or click on some of these links here. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? November 7th. Let me see if I'm still. Yep. Okay. November. Oh, well, that's when it was published there. Another one is notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And I also have a video, James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017, where I interview 3 BitConnectors. All right, people who are involved in a Ponzi scam, pyramid, whatever you want to call it, or a loaning schemes, who are involved in BitConnect. 2 of them rage quit. The third was stupid enough to stick around to let you know where you could find them. The 4th guest was just a regular guest, Crypto Blood, and even he could tell that they were involved in a Ponzi. So there's a video link for that. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to get to the video theme for this video. It's called South Park, the shitty walk versus shitty sushi, if I said that right. South Park, shitty walk versus shitty sushi. Watch that video. That'll give you an idea of what's going on in this cryptocurrency space right now. And then I got hashtag yes2x74, this meme that you're looking at right now. And I know I said I wouldn't do hashtag yes2x, but considering that we have a fork of Segwit 2x in a form of an I think it's going under Equihash. So it forked off to do an Equihash, just like Bitcoin Gold, and has replay protection, has all the bells and whistles. So this is the fake Segwit 2x hard fork here. So I guess I'm going to have to continue the Segwit 2x label on my memes here. But there's a link for that for this meme here. And then I got the pot of gold. I have a link to the pot of gold and the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate so everyone can try to crack the code either through the mnemonic seed or through the encrypted private key. All right. And sorry if I didn't put the YouTubers' names like I usually do. I ran out of space. Literally ran out of space. All right. So let's see who's all in the chat. Dual overhead camness, good to see you. Flapping Plemis, how you doing? Richie Rich, good to see you. Richie Rich, you're probably gonna love this show. My goodness, all of you are probably gonna enjoy this show very much. Surgeon C, good to see that you're all here. All right, excellent. All right, so let's go over the meme here. The meme is Bitcoin 2M 2 megabyte plus Segwit. I'll try to do the voice here. No any warning. Now new B2X team build up. Okay, so I literally got all of this text from the from the Bitcoin 2M plus Segwit website. Okay, literally, these are the same texts that I got from the website. No joke. No joke. I'm going to show you, man. No any warning. Now new B2X team buildup. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I cannot make this up. Anyways, let's go on. Oh my goodness. Let's go on. Yes, dual overhead camness. The shitty walk. The Chinese shitty walk. The Chinese restaurant shitty walk accepts Bitcoin, people. That's right. Anyways, let's go on here. Let's see what's coming up. Okay. The Bitcoin pot of gold, the QR code with the arrow pointing to the pot of gold is the donational address. It's a Segwit address. Please donate. If you have your smartphone with you, and if you have your wallet with you, and you're watching this video on your laptop, go ahead and scan it. Push send all, and then highest fee priority, and then send. And thank you for your donation. The QR code on the right is the encrypted private key. Now keep in mind, this is a Segwit wallet, so unless you know how to use a Segwit sender, or you have a Segwit wallet yourself, you have to do some extra work to extract the private key, or to extract those Bitcoins. Now I think it's still around 60, just under $60 worth of Bitcoins in there. If I can get someone to please donate at least $10 to get it up to $60, I will give away the 6th clue to the 6th word of the 24-word recovery seed. And if you're able to figure out some of it and then decode the rest, or figure out the rest of the recovery seed, if you go to GitHub, I think they have a list of over 2,000 words, 2,000 possible words that could be used in a 24-word mnemonic seed. Good luck to you. Unless you want to try out the encrypted private key and figure out the passcode, good luck to you as well. The QR code on the bottom is a link to Yellow Fever for You, who gave me this idea. If you scan that QR code with just a regular QR code scanner, it'll take you to his YouTube channel. All right, so thank you very much. All right, so let's go on to the first thing here. Allege BTC admins extradition hearing postponed until December. Hello, DD8209. Good to see you. Now, I've been following this this story just because it's very interesting. It's related to Mt. Gox. I actually got Mt. Goxed, so I'm still waiting for my I don't know what I'm waiting for now. I'm still waiting for my money from Mt. Gox. Apparently, Mt. Gox going under was the most profitable thing that happened to Mt. Gox, ironically. I also understand that Mark Harperley is trying to do an ICO to revive Mt. Gox, which I think is a horrible idea. Just the fact that he made out with more money after the bankruptcy really pisses a lot of people off. I know right away. Anyway, so there's a story for that. I'm going to talk about it because apparently Alexander Vinnik was the one who hacked Mt. Gox and laundered all of that through BTC-E, apparently. So here's the link is in the notes section. You can go check it out. Here's the source right here: extradition hearing for Russian cybercrime suspect postponed. Now, he's already been extradited to both the US and Russia. But if I look at the crime, this in Russia, he's charged with like, $100,000. I think it was it 100. No, I think it was $15,000 worth of money laundering. There you go, right here. So he's charged with $11,500 worth of fraud in Russia, versus, let's see here, what 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 is the amount that well, I don't know, like $4 million of money laundering charged by the U.S. I wonder where he's gonna go. I wonder where he's gonna go. And so apparently he's trying to fight the U.S. extradition. He wants to go to Russia to be charged with, $11,500 worth of fraud. I would be too, considering the fact that I could be going to jail for 20 years or go to community service in Russia. I don't know. Anyways, there is a Supreme Court hearing that's going to decide, or will try to decide, where he's going to go. But ultimately, the only person who can dictate Alexander Vinnik's fate is, and I'm going to look up the name because it's such a weird, long name. Let me see. I can't even find it. Oh, anyways, I think it's on the previous one. Hold on. Let me try to find it. I'm going to try to pronounce his name because it's a weird name, but it sounds like Andreas Antonopoulos. Here it is. Nicholas or Nikos Paraskevallopoulos. Anyways, this is the Greek Minister of Justice who has the final say, who's going to sign the extradition order. So I think all of this is just just for show, due process. I think eventually he's probably going to end up going to the U.S. So it's been postponed to December. Maybe Alexander Vinnik won't come to the U.S. until 2018. So anyways, let's close these out real quick. All right, so here's another story I'll go over real quick. All right, millions gone. Broker takes fire for Bitcoin cash trading freeze. So if you don't know, if you haven't heard about this one, this is, let me see, trading 212 or 212. I don't know what it is. Based in UK, it's Germany and Bulgaria. They trade what they call, let me see here, what are they calling them? They're trading contracts for differences. And so basically, they were getting sued because they were trading Bitcoin Cash, and apparently they're trading on margin. And essentially, this is nothing more than gambling. They're trading on the price of going up or down without actually buying the underlying asset. So this exchange didn't even have any Bitcoin Cash. It was just trading on the price of Bitcoin Cash. That's all it was. And so in this situation, what you have is you have like all these people who trade, and they're all putting money in, and basically the exchange is the house. So they're just getting fees on every time you trade, and they're letting you leverage, which is also dangerous because you can quickly make money as well as quickly lose money. And most of the time you lose money. And basically all you're doing is you're betting against everybody else on where their bets are. Now the danger is, what if everybody's all in on the trade, they all are colluding, and they all go long on margin, and the price goes up, and then they all cash out. Well, there's not enough money because you're supposed to be trading against all the other traders, not against the exchange. And so what happened was everyone was going long, fully maxed out on margin, and the price of Bitcoin Cash went up to 2,500, and they're all trying to cash out. The exchange had to freeze all these accounts, and that's why they got sued. And so even if if there was no collusion, and you were honest about your trade, you can still get screwed out of your trade and lose money, because shortly after the price of Bitcoin Cash went up to 2,500, it crashed down to what, like 1,500. So this sucks. Trading on exchanges, gambling. This is essentially a casino. All right. It's contracts for differences are legal in the U.S., but apparently they're legal in the U.K. UK is very, very open with all this stuff. This is the kind of stuff that you get. This is, this isn't trading. This is straight gambling at this point. But you're gambling against each other. Unless you all collude, then you're gambling against, you're bankrupting the house, the broker. So, and then let me see what else. I did want to get into something else real quick on this. Let me see here. Okay, I'll get into the contracts for differences a little bit later, but let me go over this since we're on CoinDesk here, because I wanted to share this real quick, which I thought it was interesting news. All right, so here it is. First long-term Ledger X. Ledger X is a regulated futures trading options platform regulated by the CFTC. Bitcoin option pegs price at $10,000. So apparently someone took out a futures contract to be delivered. So they actually have a seller on the other side of this trade, all right, for $10,000, for the price of Bitcoin to be $10,000. Let's see, where does it say? Okay. All right, let's see here. All right. I'm trying to highlight the area where I'm trying to read for you. Called a long-term equity anticipation security, LEAPS. The trade was matched by the platform this morning and is set to expire on December 28th, 2018. All right. So under the terms of the deal, the buyer has the right to buy Bitcoin at a price of $10,000 on that date, or almost a 30% premium on today's price. So somebody has executed this LEAPS for $10,000 on that day. So basically, someone's anticipating on December 28th, 2018, the price to be at least $10,000 or more. Ideally, you want it to be more. You want it to be double or triple or quadruple the price, because you're going to buy it at $10,000 when it's worth $50,000, $20,000, $100,000, whatever. All right. So there's a really good indicator that there's a really good chance that the price may go up. All right. The price may go up from now into next year. Or if it's not, it's gone up, or it will be going up, and then maybe it'll be crashing down to 10,000 or just above 10,000 next year. Think about that. And so there is a thing now. They can not buy it. Okay, they cannot buy it. And they'll end up paying, right here, it says $2,250.25 to the seller for not buying the Bitcoins. So this is a deliverable contract, deliverable option that they're taking. So think about this, people. This is huge. overall, as far as a fundamental analysis, 10,000 is very realistic. The price of Bitcoin going to 10,000 is very realistic. If people are willing to put that kind of bet on there, and they're not hoping it to be 10,000. They're hoping that the price of Bitcoin to be more than 10,000. And there's already some buyers that are willing to take this trade. So just wanted to bring that up. Okay, that's that there. And then let me just go on to the, let me just scroll up. And so the links in the articles, there's a link to the article. Go check it out. Very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, so here's the Financial Conduct Authority, and this is consumer warnings about the risk of investing in cryptocurrency CFDs, contracts for differences. These are nothing more than you're making a bet on the direction of the price, and you're offered margin, and you're not buying anything other than a bet. You're buying a bet. That's all you're doing. There is no cryptocurrency to buy, and you're betting against. Ideally, you're betting against each other, the other traders, and the brokerage is doing nothing more than taking a cut from your trade. All right, so they want you to be betting a lot. Now, unless there's some collusion going on with the actual traders against the brokerage, which may have happened in the case of the Coinbase article or the CoinDesk article, where everybody's going long. If the trade did not go everybody's way, they would have all lost they would have all lost, and the brokerage probably would have had all the money. But since the trade did go up in price from $1,000 to $2,500 for Bitcoin Cash, there's not enough money to cover everybody's bet. So the brokerage would have lost. But they end up freezing the trading accounts and not honoring everyone's trade anyway. And so even if you were right and you didn't collude, you still got screwed over. And so there are consumer protections, but they do not cover losses. So there you go. There's a link to it in the notes section. And so there you go. All right. So let's see what's next here. Okay. All right. Hope you're all ready for China news. Are you ready for the comedy gold? Okay. So, oh my goodness. All right. This is about NEO. I don't know if you noticed, but the price of NEO has gone up tremendously. And this is where I wanted to show you my new link. Let me see here. What's it called? Salumi. Here, let me try to go to it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. So I don't know how to say that. Salome, IO, whatever it's called. So this is social media analyzed and compared to price. So what it does, it tracks the price, right? But it also tracks the social media. Now, from what I've seen, it only tracks, looks like a Reddit. It tracks, how apparently the post about the coin on Reddit, whether how many upvotes, downvotes, and it trends. It keeps a track of that and makes a score. And so if I scroll down here, you'll see that there's Bitcoin has the most social volume at 5,457. Now, does that mean, now you see it's been trending down though. I don't know what that means. It's something I'll have to analyze and look over. You'll see there's something here for Bitcoin Cash, which has also been trending down. But if you look at number 6, Look at the social volume in the 24-hour period. It's been trending up 53%. The price change has gone up 15%. And if you look at the social graph, the social volume trend, you see it's been ticking up, right? So when I see like social media tied to cryptocurrency, I usually think right away pump and dump. That's what I think right away, pump and dump. People are pumping and dumping this. And so I saw this platform and I looked at it and I said, wow, I see Neo and I see Vertcoin, Walton Coin. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden they're showing up in social media like Navcoin. Navcoin is apparently really getting pumped. Post a lot of posts on social media. Let me see. Let me click on Neo. Let's go to the 1 minute. It takes. Oh, okay. Now here's a graph of trends of social. It's a social chart, not a price. A social chart. So you can see the social volume per day increasing. And so let's take a look at. I think I'll do 1 minute. It loads faster. Oh, not okay. I'm going to do the content. So I'm going to click content and do 1 minute. If you do 7 days, it takes a long time to load. So just 1 minute. Here's where now this is I think it's based off of Reddit. So I'm looking at it. It says calm the F down, people. Let's help the noobs out. Neo on Ledger. Now this is the social media that it measures, and this is the news that you're getting over social media on Reddit. Neo Smart Economy, a summary of development highlights to date. I don't know what even this says. Money dump, whatever. You could read all sorts of stuff. So I was like, wow, there's a lot of stuff going about Neo. What exactly is going on? And so here you go. Here's the comedy gold for Neo. Are you ready? Okay, here you go. Neo. Oh boy. And this is related to the China ban, as you can see right here. China ban. Okay, so this is the RMB theory. All right. I don't know what this is. I don't even consider this is not an article. This is an op-ed piece, okay? But it's titled, "Is China allowing ICOs again?" Is China allowing ICOs again? November 17th, 2017 is when it came out. So basically, essentially, yesterday, Friday, okay? And as you read this, I got something highlighted right here, right here. This is highlighted right here. Highlighted right here. Okay, I'll read it out to you. I'll unhighlight it so you can see it. This is an article based upon the writer's analysis and market speculation. Okay. It says this is an art. It's not even an article. Okay. It's a. I think it's just a personal journal at this point. This is an article based upon the writer's analysis and market speculation. People are using this, right, to pump up Neo. People are talking about this article as if it's like a news story. Okay, can you see where the pump and dump's coming? There's talk. Okay, I read through this, and apparently China is going to allow ICOs only if the ICO is on the Neo platform, because Neo is a Chinese open source project. All right, and the CEO of Neo has been talking with the Chinese government. What's his name? Da Hengfei, or I should say Da Hengfei. Maybe that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyways, this is all just like this one sentence says. This is an article based upon the writer's analysis and market speculation. But I think people are reading this as if this is news. Like literally, they are taking this word for word as like this is fact, when this is nothing more than speculation. So if you're wondering why NEO's being pumped, and it is, it's it's being pumped. Look at that pump right here. Woo! Man, NEO's being pumped. Okay, let me see. Another thing I want to check is let's just check a live coin watch. All right, let's just check it out. Well, if you're riding the Neo wave, you're making money, but like considering where the news is coming from, the news is coming from an opinion, a written opinion. That's it. It's a written opinion that people are taking it as news. I've never seen such pump on a rumor, and Neo has always been that way. And I've always said, if you're not Chinese, you should not be owning Neo. If you're not in China, or you're not Chinese, or you're not a Chinese citizen, there is no reason for you to own Neo one bit. It doesn't make any sense. It seems like this Neo is nothing more than a way for the Chinese people to extract money from foreigners. That's about it. If you think that you're going to use Neo to get rich off the Chinese people, I think you are sadly mistaken, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Again, this is the writer's analysis and opinion and speculation. This is my speculation. But considering all this pumping that's going on, uh, I think there's definitely some social media pumping going on with Neo. So there's Neo right there at 40. Looks like it's at $43. It's almost at its all-time high. It's almost at its all-time high. Wow. Anyways, I think when Monday comes around, people are going to be in for a big surprise. Well, here's another thing is the news that's coming out, the news and the social media that's coming out during the holiday. That's another red flag for me. Um, Chinese people do not take time off for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving doesn't exist for the Chinese people, nor does Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. All right, those things don't exist for the Chinese people. Around this time of year, uh, it's just another day, except it's cooler in some places. Maybe some places it's snowing, and that's about it. It's just another day for Chinese people, right? And so for all this stuff to happen around this time of year, I find it very suspicious. The only time Chinese actually take a holiday is probably around the New Year's or after the New Year's. They go on a whole separate celebration system. All right, so they're still pumping hard. Everybody, I think, in America and Europe and parts of South America, Australia, they may be enjoying the holidays around this time of year. But China, they're pumping hard. They're pumping really hard. Let me see here. What's another site that I want to check out? Neo's. Neo's. I want to check out their. I want to check out CoinGecko. I want to see their involvement. All right, just giving it time to load. All right, let's check out their. Okay, well they're at 71. They're at a total score of 71. Here they are right here. They got a 71 score. So not questionable yet, but I do think this coin is being pumped. This coin is definitely being pumped. Let me see. They got a lot of Facebook subscribers, Twitter subscribers, Reddit subscribers. Let's see if they got any. They do have some developers here, but the fact that this thing is basically a security, I don't think you're going to get too far. Like I said, unless you are Chinese or in China or Chinese citizen, you should definitely not be owning any NEO, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to cash out. The Chinese people and the government, the last thing they want are foreigners making money off their people. If anybody's going to make money off their people, it's going to be the government and then the elites in China. So there we go. All right, so that's interesting. Okay, there you go. Do you believe this rumor that China is going to lift the ban on ICOs, and the only platform that's allowed to do ICOs is NEO? What are the odds on that? I think that's kind of high. It's kind of extreme, but well, it could be true. I mean, it could be. I'm not saying that it isn't. All right, so what's next? All right, so next, guess what, everyone? The used car coin salesman is back. He is back in force. Not only did he have, okay, the used car salesman is selling Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Silver, Bitcoin Platinum, Bitcoin Uranium, but now the used car salesman has more tokens. All right, more tokens for sale, more cars for sale, new models. BitcoinCashPlus, BitcoinClashic, Segwit 2X or 2M plus Segwit. All right, be careful of this guy. He's coming around trying to sell you a lemon. All right, it's mined fairly. All these coins are mined fairly, of course. Are they? Because they're all going to be pre-mined. All right. So, are you ready for this comedy gold? This is good. How you doing, Robert A? Welcome to the channel. Hey, Q, bro. How you doing? Okay, you ready for this comedy gold? You're gonna love this. This is just too much. This is just too much. All right, so here you go. Welcome to Bitcoin Segwit 2X. Project name BitcoinX, BTX, or BTC to the second, or BTC squared, or BTC to the second power. I'm not sure. They're not even sure. So check this out. Check this out. You guys are gonna love. You're gonna love this. All right. Let me see here. Okay, you ready for this? All right. Here it is. Right here. All NYA signers betrayed the B2X investors. No any warning. No any warning. Lost 90% investment in MINS. We must continue B2X. Okay, so there's a lot of grammatical errors around here. So here's another one. Let me see. Where can I find the other one? Okay, here's the other one. You ready? Just right off the bat. Now new B2X team build up. Let alone how to do. This is just comedy gold, people. Comedy gold. So apparently this chain was forked at the time of 4494784 block height, which I believe happened yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Well, it was a fork where the BTC1 nodes, they got stuck. They couldn't complete the fork. Well, this one continue on and did the fork. The only difference is this is really a model of Bitcoin Gold. They basically took a snapshot at 4494784 block height. Took a snapshot, and this is gold. This is comedy gold. Okay, are you ready for this? Hello, Neo Geo. Welcome to the channel. And Crypto Nodder, welcome. You're gonna enjoy this if you haven't already. Let me see. What are they gonna do? Okay, so all right. So here's okay. They're gonna add replay protection. It's gonna be 2 megabytes. Obviously, they're gonna use they're using a combination of Bitcoin Cash source code, Bitcoin Gold, and then obviously the Bitcoin Core source code. Okay, they're trying to mash them up together. So they're gonna do obviously some kind of emergency or dynamic difficulty adjustment every 2 blocks. All right, they got it's Segwit with 2 megabytes. All right, they have replay protection. All right, but here's the part where the comedy gold kicks in. That not only are they doing the pre-mine, all right, they're not only they're going to do like a pre-mine. It's basically a pre-mine, just like Bitcoin Gold. They're doing Equihash as their new algorithm, but they're going to take it another step further. Okay, they're not going to mine the coins. The miners are. So here, number four. Okay. Number four, miner will donate. Miner will donate first minted 2,000 B2X to the team after forked. 100K will time locked by 3 years. Released before next halving. 100K will be unlocked. Is this for real? So they don't even have enough money. Okay, they basically took the source code, the open source code of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Core, and Bitcoin Gold, all right? Basically put this thing together, took a snapshot. They did the same thing as Bitcoin Gold, took a snapshot, all right? And they're probably hoping that somebody's going to take this on, like a wallet or an exchange. And here's the sad part. I think this may be the same group of people that did Bitcoin Gold, because Adam Meister introduced this. He's pumping this. He's the one pushing this. He's marketing this. And so I could already tell this is bad. This is bad right off the bat. Now, unlike Bitcoin Gold developers actually had miners, and they pre-mined and got the mainnet going that way. Bitcoin 2x Segwit, they're not even going to mine. They're going to let you mine all those Bitcoins for them first. They're going to let you mine all the Segwit 2x Equihash. It's not even it's not a SHA-257. It's Equihash. And they're going to let you donate your hard work and your time and your miners and your electricity cost, so they can get 200,000 tokens. But don't worry, 100K will be locked for 3 years. This is even worse than Bitcoin Gold. Okay, this is the comedy gold, people. This is the comedy gold. All right. Here's I'm gonna have a little bit fun with them. Let me see. Okay, Greg Maxwell at gmail.com. Okay, there we go. They're going to be really excited. Greg Maxwell's emailing them. The message is how can help, how I can help, how I can help. There you go. Let's send that. They're going to be really excited. And look at their email address. This is their email address. It's a Gmail account. Bitcoin2mwin at gmail.com. Okay, let's send it. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, it went through. They're gonna get back to. They're gonna get back. Oh my God, it went through. Okay, let's. You know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this. Let me refresh it. Okay. Roger Veer. Roger Veer at gmail.com. Love me long time. Hit me up. There we go. Let's see if this one goes through. Oh my God, this one went through as well. Awesome. Let's do one more. Who should I do? Okay, I got Greg Maxwell, got Roger Ver. Let's just do one more. They're probably looking for like a developer. They're probably looking for some developers. So let's do Peter Todd. Peter Todd at gmail.com. Me want to help you code. There we go. How's that? How you doing, Carlos? Welcome to the chat. There you go. Oh goodness, it went through. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm having fun with this one. All right. So let's go on to the next thing. So here's their. All right. So here's their Twitter, and this is right away. This is hilarious. Are you ready for more comedy gold? All right. So here it is. Okay. So they got this tweet right here. It says, "We will take over the Segwit 2x and develop the right code. Launch it online in 1 to 2 weeks." Now remember, they already took the snapshot of the block. All right. Now they're gonna try to get it online, get it going. They already got the snapshot. So if you had Bitcoins during that block height, let me see, what block height was it again? Oh, sorry. What was the block height? Block height number 4494784. Okay, which was I believe it was Friday. So give them about 1 or 2 weeks and look at the response they're getting. All right, so okay, so it says, why haven't you reviewed already? Code not ready yet. That's a reply for that. Why haven't you reviewed already? Because code is not ready. And then this other guy, how? Like this? How are you going to get it ready? This is what they're going to do. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're going to be getting a cat coding away. This is absolutely hilarious. Let's just scroll down. Take a look at what else, what other just crazy things can we see? Oh, here's another one right here. Oh, I mean, this is the reply that they're getting on their Twitter. Here's another one. Let's see if it loads. Will it load? Oh, that's too bad. I wanted to get the last one. Anyways, let's get out of here then. So this is their Twitter account. All right. Comedy gold, man. Comedy gold. All right. So this is their GitHub. All right. This is their GitHub. And this almost looks like how Bitcoin Gold was set up. Just it's scary. I think they just copy and pasted everything over from Bitcoin Gold. But here's the warning. Here's the warning. I'll read it and I'll show it to you unhighlighted. Bitcoin 2x is a work in progress. If you don't understand what you are doing, please don't compile or run your don't compile and run your own client from this staging tree. Your own client will not work for both testnet and mainnet. However, you're more than welcome to help test the code and join the development team. This is like word for word from Bitcoin Gold GitHub, right? Word for word. It's like they literally copy and pasted this. When you see this software run GPU mining machine, it means you agree to donate first 18,000 blocks, which is 2,000 BT2 tokens to BitcoinX team. If you don't agree, please do not use this software. These guys don't even have enough money to pre-mine it themselves. They need you. They need you to mine it for them and then give them the pre-mine. So they want you to pre-mine it for them. This is hilarious. I cannot believe Adam Meister is trying to market this stuff. This is incredible. So this is even worse than Bitcoin Gold. At least Bitcoin Gold had the money to pre-mine. Anyways, oh my goodness. All right, so that's that here. Let's see here. What? Okay, so I'm done with that. Let me see where else in the notes I am at. Hold on here. All right, so okay, talked about all that. I think I wanted to, did I want to talk about one more thing? If I did, I apologize. I think I had one more bit of news, and it was regarding Bitcoin Gold. This episode's all about China, man. I mean, my goodness. So Bitcoin Gold. All right, I had Sky actually send me a link. Let me see if I could find it now. Oh, I did. I had one more thing to show you. Sorry. Let me get back to this here. Let me see, Bitcoin.com. Go over the pre-mine initial fork offering. Let me see here. I'm just going to go to Bitcoin.com in the news section here. Comedy Gold at its finest. Comedy Gold at its finest, literally. So let me find it here. So this is the front page of the news. And then here it is right here. All right, so here's it's 2 days old. So I think the snapshot of this already happened. Okay, this is the scary part. The fork of this has already happened. All right. All right. So first Bitcoin Cash, then Bitcoin Gold. Now another Bitcoin hard fork, the Super Bitcoin SBTC is on the way. It plans to be forked at block 4988888. Now in China 888888 is a lucky number, right? So they're going to fork at 498888. Okay, the Super Bitcoin. This is another one that's also Equihash. It's going to have a 8 megabyte block, 8 megabytes. It's going to have smart contracts, Lightning. It's going to do it all. I think this is another scam coin. All right. So here's the interesting part. It's going to have 21 million plus the pre-mine of 210,000 pre-mine. So it's going to have 21,210,000 total tokens in supply. So they had to add an extra 210,000 tokens to it. So this is a little different. I might have to check the block height. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, there's already. I mean, some of the Chinese people are already dogging this thing on Weibo. It says, "I support competition among forked coins, but I don't support coins with with 210 pre-mine that are unethical and unfair." Comments BTC top. Even BTC top doesn't even like this. Oh gosh. So I'm not sure what on this one. I'm not sure what they're using. What algorithm they're using. They're most likely going to be an Equihash, very similar to Bitcoin Gold, I'm assuming. I mean, that seems to be the thing to do. I don't think they're using SHA-256, unless maybe they are. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But I can't imagine them competing with the SHA-256 algorithm. It'd be a lot easier with the Equihash, since a lot of people have the GPU cards. So here's another one for you people. Another one. Now I'm gonna have to check the block height. So hold on here. $49.8888. That's an easy number to remember. Okay, so that hasn't happened yet. We're at block height 49.50 40. I'm sorry, 495,041. That's the current block height we're at. Wow, the mempool has gone down a lot. It's the mempool right now is at 6,562 transactions. I bet you can get away with doing like 10 satoshis. Hold on, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I want to make sure that block height was correct. 49.8888. Yeah. So 49. So this has not happened yet. It may happen in the future. So I'm gonna have to add this. I'm gonna have to add this potential hard fork. Super Bitcoin. Everybody, Super Bitcoin. This is absurd. Wow, absurd, absurd, utter absurdity. Let me see. So let's take a look at the mempool. Just waiting for it to reload here or load up. Wow, this is the unconfirmed, and look at it, it's being eaten. This is the 0 to 5 satoshis per byte. This is the 5 to 10 satoshis per byte. So if you had your transactions at 5 to 10 satoshis per byte, it's going through right now. It's slowly but surely going through right now. By this weekend, probably maybe even by tomorrow, all of the 5 to 10 satoshis. Yeah, this is 5. This right here is 5 to 10 satoshis. This is all 0 to 5 satoshis per byte. We'll pretty much have almost a bone dry mempool again. So let's just go down here and see what it looks like in fees. Yeah, it looks like someone was paying a lot in fees right about here. What is that dark color? 200. Looks like a lot of 200 within 24 hours. But if you look at it, it's really it's getting down there. It's getting down. It has the spikes here. I guess there's spikes in where a lot of transactions are being done. But other than that, I mean, it is going good. It is going really good. Let's have a look at it as far as the mempool size. Yeah, a lot of it is just low transaction fees, taking up a lot of that the memory here. So, but 5 to 10 Satoshi per byte is getting eaten. It's getting whittled away eventually. So it's going good. The mempool is doing great. Okay, just based on this is wonderful. All right, so now let me get to the chart analysis now. Oh, you know what was let me see here. I did want to talk about Bitcoin Gold one more time. Sky did send me a link. I think Bitcoin Gold has a new blog that talks about their pre-mine, and they're saying that it's not technically a pre-mine because a pre-mine would mean that you mined before the coin actually started, which doesn't really matter. They're doing a pre-mine. It turns out they're trying to clarify that the 5%, which is 5,000 tokens, divided by 6 people, comes out to be $100,000, over $100,000, at least $125,000 each that they're going to be getting. And apparently they're getting a lot of pushback for doing that. And they're trying to justify getting $125,000 each for making a shitty coin. Literally, they're making a shitty coin, like the shitty walk, with the shitty restaurant in the shitty city, a shitty coin. They're making a crap coin, causing people to lose their Bitcoin with my BTG wallet. Not even the mining has been horrible with Bitcoin Gold, and they're trying to justify it in this blog, trying to tell the community like, hey, we're going to give you all these tokens. We're going to be making all the. I mean, the tokens were free. They're just giving us nothing, really. And then they're trying to. I know they have a lot of time locked addresses in the pre-mine, but the fact that they're going to use 5% of it right away, they have up to, I think, 40% up to discretionary to spend on whatever they want, bounties on development, quote unquote development, and then they're also going to pay themselves $125,000 each if you divide it by 6 evenly, which I don't think they will. I think they're going to, I think some people are going to get more and some people are going to get less. But the fact that they created this crap coin and they're going to get $125,000 if it's divided evenly, I mean, that's, I think I personally would have a problem with that because it seems like they caused more headache than any benefit to the community. Think about the scam wallet. How many people lost their Bitcoin? All right, think about that. That itself, it was on their website. They didn't even vet it. So I think that's an issue. The mining, the launch, people were mining for like 3 or 4 days and they were making like $30. They spent way more time, and the chain split. There was a chain split, and so a lot of miners got orphaned out. The developers were mining during the launch, so while everybody else was trying to sync up to the network, They were mining away. They were still pre-mining. All right. And then the hidden fees on top of that for mining, this is not a great project. This is a, 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 a cash grab, in my opinion. So just want to put that in there. Okay, so let me see here. Let's go on to the fees here. Let's go on to the Bitcoin fees. Let's just take a look at it. All right. Yeah, you can see right here. Wow. Even right here, the 10 to 20. It's actually been combined to the 10 1 to 10 right here. So it's most of the transactions that are going are working at the 1 to 10 satoshis per byte. But you can see the from 11 to 20, it's processed a lot in the last 24 hours. 40,370 transactions in the last 24 hours. So you could put a fee 20 or more, 10 to 20 satoshis per byte will get your fee into the next block. It pretty much will. So it looks like things are back to normal here. People are still kind of overpaying right about here at 90 satoshis per byte. That's probably overpaying. The wallets are probably being set up where it's kind of weighted a little heavy. If you can manually set it, try to set it to low as you can. Anywhere from 10 to 20, I think you'll be all right. You could probably, if you just want to make sure, just in case there's a flood of transactions, you can probably go up to 30 or 40. But I think 30 and 40 will get your transactions in the mempool or transactions into the block. Because I did a transaction today and I used 20 satoshis. 4,000 satoshis was my total fee. Basically came out to like 20 satoshis per byte. And it got in within like 10 minutes. It was probably 10 minutes. Let me see what the... okay, so it says here, the fastest and cheapest transaction is 300 satoshis per byte, which is 67,800 satoshis for fees. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So it's going down. It's going down, which is good. And so let's go on to the chart analysis. All right, just letting it load up here. And let me just scroll in real quick and go back to 2013. Let's draw that big, long, upward top channel trend line. Okay, let's take a look at it now. Well, if I just looked at this alone, it still looks good. It's above that channel. It's above that upward trend line. It's breaking through. It's broken through. Tomorrow and then Monday, you're going to get a whole nother week. And it's going to be a large gap. It's going to be a large gap right here. It's going to be very big. But if it pushes through, it can make a higher high. I mean, on the weekly, it looks freaking awesome. This price is just killing it. This price is just killing it, man. And so, yeah, there's a chance you can get a pullback, but I don't know. if you want to sell, you can sell out. But my target price is still 10,000, considering what the news that I've read, and the fact that there's someone who's willing to put a futures with the option to execute on that contract for 10,000 by December next year. They're giving themselves 1 year to see how the price goes. Now, for 1 year, and the price is under 10,000, they don't want to take it. It only costs them what, $2,200, $2,500, $2,200, $5,000, no, $2,250 or something like that. Not bad, but if they're doing that trade because they anticipate the price of Bitcoin to be much higher than 10,000, then that's very good news. That's very, very good news for Bitcoin. Um, you know, I would, I'd be cautious about trying to sell too early. If you're trying to get your initial money back, your initial investment, that's that's completely different. If you're just selling to get your money back, and that way you have no risk. So if the price goes up, the price goes down, it doesn't matter for you because you already got your money back. Maybe you got a little bit more for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday, if you're here in America or in Europe or in some of the developed countries. Um, that's all right. That's probably a good idea. And then after that, the rest is just gravy. And if you want to let it ride, you could. Matter of fact, the more you let it ride, the fact that you're holding means that there's less Bitcoins out in the market. And if people want to cover their futures trade, they have to go and buy Bitcoin now. They have to buy them. They have to have Bitcoins in order to do those type of future trades with options on it, those leaps, so to speak. So those kind of exchanges, the Ledger X exchange on futures, those are good for Bitcoin because that requires people to cover their contract. You have to, if someone is going to deliver on that, you have to have it. So that just means more or less Bitcoin in the open market. Crypto Nutter, you're asking me Thanksgiving Day Massacre or 10K all the way? That's a tough one because I know there's a big push to use your Bitcoin during Thanksgiving or the holidays, which potentially could drive down the price. But I think the fact that the price is so high and there's a lot of momentum pushing it, there's still a lot of momentum pushing it on the upside. I would say, I think my target price is still 10,000. Even though even though I did sell some Bitcoin today, I had someone come up to me. I have a trading wallet, and people come up to me wanting Bitcoin, and if I have it available, I do offer it. But I do have another HODL wallet, which I don't plan on touching. And again, if you're just trying to get your initial investment back, do it. It is at a high price. It's kind of nice right now to get some money out of it, just to make sure you have no risk. But after that, there's no risk after that. Just let other people drive up the price. And I think there's a lot of people who are trying to get in, even right now during the holidays. And so I still have a target price of 10,000. Okay, let me just make some lines here. All right, let's go zoom in here on the 1 hour. And let's see if I can try to analyze on the 1 hour. It's kind of really hard, but I'll try to. I'll just draw some simple lines. I'll draw a trend line to see if we can see anything. No, it's not really helping. It's just going sideways. The only thing I can get out of this is this price or this line out of it, and it's just basically just bouncing in within this range here. And even if I drew like a small little trend line here or here, it doesn't do anything because it's not breaking, it's not moving. It's just moving within a range within these two, the all-time high and then this recent low on the hourly. It's just moving in between, and then it's just a matter of, will it break higher than the all-time high, or will it break lower than here? So is it going to break above the all-time high, which is 7,997, or is it going to break lower than this price, which is $7,431.50? And so that's all I can do on the hourly. Then here are some other support areas right about here, which, what is that price? 6,800. This is the trend line all the way back from 2013. This is, yeah, about 60, 68, 60, somewhere around there. And then, of course, you got the lower, 5,555 and 60 cents. But that's all. This is all I can do on the hourly. It's just, but it's so much noise. It's not even worth looking at it. Okay, crypto nodder, you're looking for you're looking for more Bitcoin. So yeah, at this point, the only way you can get more Bitcoin is you either you just buy it, or um, or you buy on the dip, or if you're willing to buy on the dip. The problem is, people always say they want to buy it at a lower price, but when the price dips, either people will not sell it at the lower price, or people will not buy at the lower price because they're scared that it'll go down even more. And so, the problem with always wishing you want more Bitcoin is you never really execute on that action. That's the problem. But my overall plan is I have coins that I trade, and then I have coins that I hodl, and I trade my trading coins, and then if if the price still continues to go up, I just buy into it and I just add to the momentum of the price going up. I don't really time it or trade, because I trade peer to peer, which is totally different. It's like when you run out of coins, you just have to go get more, because if you want to continue trading with your other peers and they expect you to have coins for you to trade, you just have to buy back in. And then if it does dip down below that, you just take that hit. But when you rebuy back in, you're buying more Bitcoins at a lower price. You may not be making any money, but you're making a lot more coins, and that's kind of my strategy. So I don't really trade on exchanges anymore. I just find that they're too risky because you don't control your private keys. You're at the whim of a centralized exchange, and at any point in time, they can just lock you out of your Bitcoins. Like literally, you can get locked out. It may not even be any fault of the exchange or you. They can get DDoS. They can get hacked. Kraken, Coinbase, they've all gone down when the price dramatically goes up or dramatically goes down. Like people rush in to buy coins, or the people rush in to sell coins, and the servers can't handle it. So even having an account doesn't. Sometimes it's not beneficial. It's more harmful to you. And on top of that, when you enter into an exchange, when you enter in these centralized exchanges, you are playing a zero-sum game against other people. On a peer-to-peer, you're actually using these to arbitrage. You're actually arbitraging, and it's easy to arbitrage peer-to-peer, because I just take one price and then I spot it at a different price. It's really that simple. On exchanges, you actually have to move coins or have coins on different exchanges at that moment in time, and then trade instantly. to make that arbitrage. And sometimes the arbitrage is not a lot. Like, for example, Bitstamp is at 77.48 and Bitfinex at 77.54. So that is literally only a $6 difference. So if I had coins on Bitstamp and Bitfinex and I'm arbitraging, and the fact that I'm arbitraging, I'm going to close that gap where they're even. And so just to make $6 off of $6,000 per Bitcoin, that's less than 1%. It's not worth it. And you got to pay the fees. And then essentially, when you sell off of one and you buy on the other, you have to eventually transferring Bitcoins to one exchange from another is easy. Transferring money from one exchange to another exchange is way harder because money is not, fiat currency or the representation of that fiat currency, unless it's Tether. If you have Tether, then you just take off one Tether from the other, and there's an issue with tethers on top of that. So, you could be, when you're holding tethers, you could be holding a time bomb. There's when there's rumors floating around and they're not good rumors, that's not a good sign for you as a company. Okay, sorry for that rant. Yeah, I trade Canadian dollars myself, and so you're all in Canada, huh? Or up there. Actually, I trade Canadian dollars too. I often go to Canada. I think I went. Did I go this year? I think I did. I might have to go next year. I might even go around December because I like to go to Niagara during the winter. I've never seen it. I've never seen it during the winter. So I look forward to spending Christmas time in Canada. Hopefully, it won't be too cold because I don't like being too cold. But my daughter would like to see some snow for Christmas, so that'd be nice. So yeah, I eventually have to go up to Canada and get my Canadian dollars and exchange for U.S. dollars eventually. And so okay, so let's go back to the chart. I'm looking at the 12-hour here, and the 12-hour looks good. It's still above this short-term trend line. And so it just has to break this all-time high. It just has to break $7,997, which is not too far. It's not too far, but it seems like it's kind of running out of steam. And on this 12-hour, the support, there's a couple supports that I see here at around 7,100, somewhere around here on this longer-term moving average here, as well as this trend line, which is at 68, 68.50, 68.60, somewhere around there. So there's some support areas, and of course your normal supports here and here. Let me see. Let's go on the 1 day. 1 day is the same thing, and it does seem like there's a little. There was like a big push here, and then right here underneath this red candle is a gap, which looks like it was kind of filled in with this green candle, and which kind of touched the bottom of this moving average, and it looks like it's trying to move up. It's trying to move up higher, but we'll have to see. Even though the RSI down here, it looks like it's trending down. Like this is higher, lower, lower. But even though it's lower, you'll notice that the price is still going higher, and that can happen. That can happen for a while. Matter of fact, the RSI can literally just keep going lower, making a lower high, and the price just keeps like literally going up, like just wiggling its way up. And then once this reaches, and what I've noticed is the RSI reaches about 50, or in the past looks like it's reaching the 30 mark here. It's just really building up energy to push through. I mean, it really seems like there's a lot of momentum trying to get to 10,000. I mean, that's just me. I'm seeing 10,000 everywhere. People are calling 10,000 10,000. You know, the article I showed about the Ledger X futures contract, the leap, the leaps, you know, for the option to buy at 10,000 next year. I mean, I'm seeing numbers like this being floated around, and the more you hear about it, the more people start hearing about it as well, and it becomes some kind of a confirmation bias with other people, and you know they'll start buying in, and they won't sell because they have anticipations of 10,000. And then there's always these people who are trying to short because there's still a lot of people in disbelief, and they're shorting, and they're adding to the longs because every time when their margin gets called, that's a buy, and it's pushing up the price. So you know, I just it just seems there just seems to be a lot of momentum, and even though you may be a little pessimistic about the price, you just can't fight the way the price moves. It's been just hitting and making new highs. I'm in disbelief as well. Let me look at the 3-day. Now 3-day still on this candle is showing a gap between the average line and here, and so it looks like a consolidation on the 3-day, but it doesn't mean it's going to turn. If you look at it, it's still pushing. It's still trending upwards. And so, like I said, even though the RSI shows a lower low, like this is the high and this is the lower, it could still like make lower highs and lower highs, and the price can still just be going up while it's doing that. And it looks like it's just winding up for a large, either a large push or it's just going to start crashing down. One or the other. I won't know until it actually happens. Because as much as I would like to know the price and know the direction, I don't. I don't. I'm just kind of guessing from looking at my experience at cryptocurrency trading. I've been watching this stuff since 2013, and I'm amazed at how the price moves. I'm amazed at it, and I've learned to respect the chart, respect the trend. You know, don't fight it. If it's moving up, go with it. Because if you try to fight this trend, you're going to get wrecked. And if you look at this overall, if you look at the week, like this is right here is like what 100. This is about $200 right about here. And look at all these. I bet you there's a lot of people who have tried to short each and every time, each and every time they've tried to short, and they may have been right temporarily, and maybe they made a temporary gain on Bitcoin or money. But if they really shorted and got out of the market, they lost. Well, I wouldn't say they lost money, but they could have made way more money, way more money. Look at this. Every time people think it's the top, it really isn't. And I'm calling my ultimate target price is actually, I think it was 21,000 or something, or 20,000. It's something around that price, because I did a long-term chart analysis where it kind of showed a larger price move up. So my overall long-term price is literally around 20, 23, maybe even $25,000 per Bitcoin. The 10,000 is just the short-term range. Yeah, Richie Rich, that's right. I said we're only a third of the way to the top. Like literally, we are only third of the way to the top, and that's just my. And if you've seen my previous videos, you understand why I came up with that number. And I think we're getting to a point where it is getting into an S curve. We just don't realize it, or we don't see it. And if you think about the fundamentals of Bitcoin, it it's supply and demand. As supply decreases, the demand will drive that price up, and that's just fundamentals, right? I mean, I'm not technicals is just looking at the chart and just you know we're kind of, I guess, reading tea leaves, so to speak. But the fundamentals itself should tell you right away the price will go up. You know, it just may, unless there's something catastrophic with Bitcoin, which, you know, every year people, since I've been involved, people have been saying Bitcoin died like, I don't know how many times, over 180 times. And it, you know, I'm here witnessing the price of Bitcoin at over $7,000, with me telling everybody a target price of 10,000. Matter of fact, a year ago, okay, well, almost a year ago, almost a year ago. I think it was almost the same time around this year. I was telling people that I was trading with peer to peer. You know, they were buying like small, like amounts, like a couple thousand here, a couple thousand there, maybe 2 or 3 thousand. Sometimes you get, you know, I get some large trades coming through. But I was telling everybody, you know, if you just bought a lot and not spend it, or if you just bought more and then spent the part that you wanted to spend, but try to keep just a little bit more for yourself. I was telling people, and at the time, the price was around maybe anywhere from 800 to $1,000. I was telling people, you know, try to keep some. Don't spend it. You know, don't use it. Try to keep some Bitcoin for yourself, because I was thinking 5,000, and I was telling them 5,000 at the time, that I had a target price of 5,000. And you know, a lot of them, you know, they're not traders. They're more users. They buy when they only need Bitcoin, you know. But if they just took some of it and held on to it, at least spend it for later, because they wouldn't have to buy from me as often. They would literally have this wonderful thing that just keeps growing, you know. And every time they spend it, uh, the value of it would come back again, and they would spend a little bit of whatever they're trying to buy or they're trying to use, and then it would come back. The value of it would keep coming back again. I mean, every time I trade with someone, I look at the Explorer. I don't really look at my wallet. I mostly use like paper wallets. So, but I look at the Explorer. It's gone down, and then the next time I trade, the price of it has returned back where it was, and then I trade, then it goes down from trading, and then the next time I trade again, the price of it goes back to what it was. And so the amount of Bitcoins I have is shrinking, but the value has been actually increasing, even though the fact that I've been trading it away. So anyways, this is the 1 week. 1 week looks awesome. 1 week looks awesome. I can't imagine, well, I don't want to say I can't imagine, but there's always a risk of price going down. But so far, you know, people have been wrong trying to predict the top. Even I've been trying to say we might be at the top since $5,000 to $6,000 in price. But I had to reevaluate my analysis, and when I did do that, I found out, you know, we really are. There's a good chance we're only a third of the way of the total of the top being at 21,000. We're only a third of the way there. Sounds crazy, but if you see my previous episodes, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so anyways, I'm going to conclude this episode. Thanks for everyone in the live stream or in the live chat. Appreciate everybody. Dual overhead Camness 21 million. Neo Geo, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming back. Q Bro, good to have you here. Richie Rich, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And Crypto Notter, if you're still around, thanks for chatting in the live stream. Really appreciate it. And Carlos, if you're still around, thanks for coming back in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this channel. Let me go back to the meme here real quick. Here we go. So here's the meme. This is just the beginning of the week, and we're getting a lot of things coming out of China, which typically when you hear things out of China, it's not always good news. Since my experience has always been news from China usually means price going down, but in this case, it seems more like pumping is coming out of China. The Neo pump, the forks, all the forks are coming out of China. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin M2 plus Segwit, whatever this is, B2X, the wannabe Segwit 2X hard fork. There's another hard fork coming out of China. So all these hard forks, these wannabe Bitcoins, the shitty coin is what I from the shitty walk, the shitty coin. If you haven't checked out the video from South Park that I have in the notes section, check it out. It's what's it called? I had a blast watching that. God, what is that video called? It's a South Park video. Okay, South Park shitty walk versus shitty sushi. Go and check out that. That is hilarious. That's basically what's going on around here. Anyways, I'm going to conclude this episode. Thanks for everybody in the live chat. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you've been around, free scare share media. You just came in at the best time at the end, of course. So yes, better late than never. But go ahead and just watch the show, enjoy it. I'm sure you're going to have a laugh. I've had a laugh. I hope you all enjoyed it. Anyways, please feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye-bye now.